And I think we're live. Let me know if you guys can hear me properly. I haven't been live in so long, like 3 or 4 months, longer than that, 6 months, I think. Let me know if everything is going well with my audio. I'm pretty sure everyone can hear me in here. Okay. Let's fix this here. Do a little bit last minute fixes. Sounds quiet. I think this should be a little bit better. Hello? Hello? Oh, wait, wrong one, I think. This might sound a little bit better. Testing. Anyways, hope that's a little bit better. Adavan, can you hear my voice properly? Okay, okay, good. Screen capture. There we go. All right, guys. So we are 40 minutes away from the pre-sale for Linkage Finance to go live. If you guys don't know what kind of cryptocurrency this is a cryptocurrency, project that's building with the MuesliSwap team, focused around decentralized index funds. And it's interesting because Linkage Finance created a lot of, I guess, stir in the community of Cardano, mainly because it felt more rushed than anything else, just because from a couple weeks ago we heard about the project. Well, the project was already active for some months before that, but it took about 2 weeks ago till is when it actually blew up. So since then we've been getting a lot more traction, a lot more hype around the community. It blew up, and next thing you know, we have a pre-sale and private sale that ultimately the whole community can agree that it's a little bit rushed. But regarding everything else, we have about 40 minutes away from the pre-sale, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. So as you guys can see, we have 5 p.m. UTC. I'm in the Eastern Daylight Time Zone right now. So right now it's about 12:20, so we got 40 minutes left. Now, it's something interesting to talk about. Instead of from the window to claim the tokens, you can now claim it in a 1 hour period instead. So instead of having a 2 hour window to claim your tokens, or purchase into this pre-sale, public sale, whatever you want to call it, you now have a 1 hour window. And I posted the links in the description below regarding where you guys want to start to link your wallets in there. It's the lifi.musliswap.com, which is right over here. So the purpose of this live stream is just to hang out, because I know there's a lot of people who are just waiting for this pre-sale to go live, and waiting to see what happens ultimately. Because the interesting thing about this project, it created a lot of stir, like what we were talking about just now, but it also impacted the markets for the Cardano native assets. I would say 99% of all the Cardano native assets have been hit one way or another from this whole pre-sale from Linkage Finance. So why is this the case? Mainly it's because of this other cryptocurrency called OPT, which stands for Options Flow. I forgot what the T stands for. Options Flow Protocol. I don't know what the T stands for. Fun fact: OPT was my old building I used to work at. Nostalgic, but mainly because of this, the success of this cryptocurrency that launched. The purpose of this project was to create options in the cryptocurrency of space using Cardano. Now, if you're not familiar with options, it's the way to get more exposure to upside potential for any asset. You take on much more risk, but This mainly gained a lot of traction because they were working with the MusiSwap team. Um, because of the reputation that MusiSwap really developed since the launch of smart contracts. If you guys didn't know, MusiSwap was the first DEX platform on Cardano. Let me pull up the website. Well, their DEX platform. Yeah, so this DEX platform is the first DEX platform for Cardano that's ever been created. And if you were an OG and you've been invested in or active in the community since Cardano went live with smart contracts like I have, you would have known that MusiSwap's DEX platform was super sketchy, like very, very sketchy. You wouldn't even trust to put like $10,000 on there, let alone like have a multi-million dollar pre-sale. So I want to see if I can find a video of how MusiSwap looked like back in when the whole DEX platform went live back in 2021, I think. Let me see, because I made a video. I know I made a video back then, but if I can see that, will give us an idea how sketchy that was. And back then, the team was anonymous. Nobody knew who they were. They were just a random team that had like a Binance Smart Chain project as well, but they decided to develop with Cardano. And it wasn't the most fanciest DEX. It was just an average DEX platform, and it didn't really bring much utility other than trading like shit coins. Like there was a lot of meme coins on there, garbage coins that people were trading just for the hell of trading it, which at the time was very interesting. I'm trying to find it. Look at all these thumbnails. Maybe if I do this, milk. Yeah, I think it's this one. A dive into MusiSwap. I think this is the. Yeah, this is the one. So about a year and some time ago, a year and a half. Oh my god. Why am I watching myself? Okay, let's see if I can just fast forward all this cringe. Yeah. This is how the market looked like for MusiSwap at the time. There wasn't many coins out there. It was very generic, very basic, and you wouldn't really trust really any. It's funny. It's a funny story because I got scammed from a website that had very similar, like a very similar layout. So it's definitely funny to see how far they've come. But yeah, at the time, it's crazy. It's crazy to see how fast they've grown since then. But yeah. But yeah, the reason why I brought that up, at the time, the narrative around Milk was kind of the Cardano ecosystem wasn't as big as it is now in terms of activity, and there was a lot of scrutiny around the project for MusiSwap, the developers, like who are they, why aren't they doing a doc, why aren't they getting doxxed? They could just be a scam. Who knows? Like, could you really trust them? That's really the idea. That's really the idea behind like the narrative behind then. But now Linkage Finance is kind of going down a similar path, which it could be caused by like multiple reasons, to be honest. Like one reason could be it might have been too much of a short interval between when OPT launched, because I believe OPT launched maybe a week ago or a week and a half ago, and then since then it just, people were like, they made their money on there and they're scared that their bags would go down, which ultimately happened at one point. We were on a run to almost 1.4 ADA. If you guys can see, my face is not blocking it. Okay, almost 1.4 ADA, a little bit around there. And when the whole news came out around Linkage Finance's pre-sale, it just took a dump. The whole market took a dump, and I can understand why people are a little bit mad. And the whole thing about LenFi took a serious dump since then. But it's very interesting to see what's going on. So somebody asked, what happened to Sunday Swap? That's a good question. Sunday Swap was going to be a very big project. I think it was supposed to be one of the biggest DEX platforms on on Cardano, I think. But they kind of fell off for whatever reason. And but I wouldn't cut them out of the game yet, because we're still very early and there's so many DEX platforms that are building in the background that you don't even know, and they're gonna offer a lot of innovation to the space. So Sunday, I believe they did something with the V2, if I'm not mistaken. Sunday Labs, Sunday Fi. Oh yeah, they rebranded to Sunday Fi. See our products work. Sunday Rewards. Launch app. There we go. That took way too long to find the launch app button. Was I just blind? Okay. Yeah, so now they have a V2 version of it, which looks, when I was looking at it at the time, it was pretty interesting. In this case, do I need to connect my wallet? Sure. Will you guys see my wallet? Okay, you guys can't see that. Let me just move my screen down. There we go. Privacy reasons, guys. Well, you guys can see that too. 1 second. So what we're gonna be doing, well, like where did it go? One second, guys. Connected the wrong wallet. Anyways, I can't really connect it to it properly. So, but regardless, the V2, from what I was looking at, is a very interesting like platform. But on the point of DEX platform, there's so many other DEX platforms that's coming out, that we're not even like ready for the kind of features it'll bring to the Cardano ecosystem. So like Axo was rebranded from Maladex, and Maladex is a cryptocurrency project, DEX platform that's going to be focusing on like concentrated liquidity. It gives you more options when you are providing liquidity, and gives you more power over your liquidity when you're offering it. Right now, if you guys know, when you have liquidity in any pool, you have to be very vigilant. I did have like a yield farming portfolio that I was keeping track of, which I'm going to make a whole video and update everybody on. But because of like how bad it did, it was mainly because I just left it and I didn't do anything. Now, I participated in the liquidity bootstrap event, and since then, at one point I was up like some money. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't know how anyone does a 9 to 5 job. But when it came down to like waiting it out, I just started going down in value, down in value, and down in value, mainly because the impermanent loss I was exposed to. So when it comes to Axo, the reason why I was losing a lot of money is because the coin for MinSwap started to go down, and ADA started to go down in value. And since your liquidity is used in like all forms of pay, like if the price goes up, if the price goes down, you have like 100% like price exposure to the downside or upside when you do yield farming. So when you do that, you have exposure to a permanent loss, and then you lose money. So I pretty much lost 90% of my portfolio in value, in ADA value, since when I participated in the liquidity bootstrap event a year and a half ago, like last March, I forgot exactly. But Axo, Maladex, for example, they're producing something that's going to give you more control over it. So you can have your liquidity in certain areas or certain pockets. Also, Genius Yield is doing something very similar. They're both giving you more power over the liquidity that you put, and that gives you more stability. And whenever you do participate in any liquidity pool, you need stability. If it's volatile, you want to pull out. So if you're trying to do any yield farming now, you definitely just want to you definitely just want stability. What's up, Crypto Bamba? Thanks for tuning in. And everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, please like it so this stream gets pushed out to however many people. But let's see what's going on around Twitter, because man, don't worry about it. that was a small experiment. It's all good, dude. It happens. You got to be ready for these losses, or you're not gonna have any exposure to the upside. If you're scared of the losses, then you might not even get a chance to like participate in a pre-sale because you just want to sit on the sidelines. Let me mute myself for a second. Okay, so let's see what's going on Twitter. They said 12:30 they're gonna release a link. So we already got the link, I think, released about the, where is it? Li-Fi. There we go. Exactly. So, again, due to privacy, I'm going to be purchasing it on my turn. I'm going to be getting off of the, I guess, my wallet off the screen. But in terms of this, yeah, losses are 100% important. Now that I'm tackling DeFi with a different mindset, I'm starting to see more profit, which I'm going to start to update everybody on the whole like process in a new series, because there is a way to make money with yield farming, but it's just like you got to do it a certain way. And if you do it a wrong way, then you're going to get exposed to the losses. It sounds too good to be true. Like on MusiSwap, you look at earn, right? You see like 234% APR, which is amazing, right? I mean, if you put 10K, you're gonna make a decent amount of money in just a year. But it's not like that, right? Because OPT will go up in value, ADA will go up in value, and sometimes it's just better to just hold the tokens that you're earning. What really helps though is like having an appreciating asset, like the milk token, to be paid out. MinSwap, on the other hand, if you guys look at what's going on with MinSwap, they're always the top sold asset, CNT usually, or like, well, I guess over the last 7 days WMT was, but usually in general MinSwap is the most sold one. Let me see based off of all time. I'm gonna guess MinSwap, or MinSwap's gonna be very close to the bottom. Let it load up. TapTools is very interesting. If you guys are like looking at analytics like myself, then I highly recommend buying like one of their NFTs so you can have access to this. And the information that they give is only going to get better over time. By the next bull market, it's going to be incredibly useful. Now, in terms of how fast do I think it'll sell out? I think it'll sell out more so like maybe like 30 45 minutes. I think we'll start to see a sellout right before the hour. I think right now we're starting to see a lot of FOMO start to build, so it's gonna sell out. You need to sell out very fast. Yeah, so like look, MinSwap is like the bottom. And by the way, Crypto Bamba, if you want to hop on the channel like right now to have a conversation, message me on Discord. We can have a call and talk about it. I know Alexander was supposed to come on, but he's a little bit busy. He has a Zoom call, but he said he'll join in later on when he has a chance. So, but yeah, like you can see, MinSwap is the very bottom right here, and that's primarily because you're getting paid MinSwap tokens, and since there's no real utility, the tokenomics around MinSwap is just complete ass. And because of that, it's always there's so much sell pressure. There needs to be a reason why you want to hold the MinSwap token. And in this case, there's no real reason to hold it other than governance, and that's like that's not that big of a deal right now. Perfect. We have Crypto Bamba that's gonna hop on the call. Love it. Just message me, and well, we'll talk. We'll talk about what's going on. But it's very interesting. So Milk, the reason why, so Milk is a DEX platform. MusicSwap, Milk is MusicSwap's native token, which is the Milk token. And why is MusicSwap going up in value? Well, it's primarily because their tokenomics, it's just really, really good. They have a maximum supply of 10 million tokens. They're incentivizing you to stake your tokens to take, so that takes more out of the circulating supply. So there's like 1.6 million tokens that are staked, locked in the vault, and because of that, it adds a lot more scarcity, right? So they're adding more utility behind it, but the tokenomics behind Milk, for example, is very strong, and that's why you see it going up in value. But again, it has to have a lot of selling pressure. Yeah. So, you're right. You're right. So, what this user is commenting about in the chat, he is basically there's a fair distribution, right? Bambo's asking when we're gonna sell out. Like we have a maximum supply, which is 55% of the total supply of 40 million, and how much of that is going to get sold out? Like when are we going to get sold out? That's a very key thing to look out for, because when it gets sold out, that means that's the maximum amount anyone can buy, and whoever buys in after, you're still going to get a piece of the pie, but it's like it drives more demand, if that makes sense. So if it's already sold out like 20 minutes in, for example, that shows a lot of, I guess, support, a strong support for the project in the very beginning. And if it sells out, there's a higher chance that it's going to pump right out the gate, versus if it dumps. So for example, if there's like no buying at all, like let's say like 10% has been sold in the first hour, then it's kind of shows that there's not enough demand to really push the price after the pre-sale, after the token goes live. So it's an important metric to look out for. And I'm not going to go in right away. I'm going to wait 15-20 minutes to until I actually buy in, just to see like the smart contract and see like how many coins are in the smart contract and how much ADA they've raised. So that's something interesting to definitely look out for. But yeah, everybody who invests in this pre-sale within the hour, as long as it gets processed within the hour on the blockchain, you will be entitled to a certain amount. So if I put like $10,000 worth of ADA into this, for example, I might get like $2,000 worth of the $2,000 worth of the LiFi token. So it really depends, right? So like the pre-sale for the private sale, for example, was like 5 times oversubscribed, and I believe from what I was reading around, like people got like 20% of their initial value of what they put into the pre-sale. So that is a good sign. I know there are some like pictures floating around about the contract, saying there's only like 1.3 million ADA. Well, they have a certain amount of time to actually buy into the private sale, and once that window closes, they're done, right? So there's probably people waiting until the very end to get in, and then it'll sell out the private sale. There's no doubt. So the private sale selling out, and then seeing a very fast public sale getting raised, it's a good sign, right? Then we might see something more similar to how OPT played out, where it just pumped like in total from the pre-sale. I think it's up like 300% or 400%, something like that. So there's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to follow for sure. I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. Gonna drink some water. All right, so but yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in the Cardano ecosystem, and it's interesting too because um, I always say this. I really think if I was around Ethereum 2016, like if I was part of the ecosystem, I feel like how the ecosystem is right now for Cardano will be very very similar. If you look at other blockchains like Solana, for example, or whatever, what the scam chain, Pulse chain, or Hex or whatever, you can see like the development team, the community isn't there, and that's like something that's like a really big thing you need to look out for when you're looking to see if a blockchain is really good. Like Ethereum is strong because of the huge community, the huge development support, the activity behind it, and and it created that because of the first movers advantage, right? But now we're reaching a point where scalability is the next step, and Ethereum just, in my opinion, can't really handle it because of the high gas fees. Like you look at Ethereum, for example, the proof of stake model that they have, it's not like even Ethereum 2.0, you're still going to pay gas fees. If the network is congested, you're going to pay gas fees regardless. And that's still going to like push out a lot of the smaller investors to participate in DeFi. Like how are you going to do DeFi with like $100 if you get charged $10 in fee to execute a smart contract? It's not worth it. So so that's something to really look into, and like that's why I sold all my Ethereum. I'm not in Ethereum anymore. I saw the opportunity back in the last bull run, and then I sold out, and I put it all into Cardano, and since then I've been it's been working out pretty well. All right, so we have a person that would like to come on to the call right now, which is Crypto Bamba. He's another Cardano YouTuber. He just started out, so he's definitely a good source to look out for. Let me just I never did this via Discord, but because I'm using a different thing. But let me give him a call. Do you guys see that? I don't know. I think we might have problems hearing you. Just let me see if I can fix that. Computer display. Oh, okay. I think I can fix it. Okay. Sorry. A little bit of technical difficulties. Window capture. Add source. Discord window. Okay, that should work. Okay, so can I? No, it's stuck on the screen now. Sorry, guys. A little bit of a technical difficulty on this. Let me try to fix this again. Um, but you see this anyways, right? So it works. Okay. But you guys see this on the screen. So, all right, let me just pull this in, start a video call. Let me know if you guys can hear it, because that's important, right? Oh, I feel an echo. I hear an echo. Um, can you? Yeah, I'm hearing an echo. Is it from? It's from me. I don't know where the echo's coming from, guys. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear Crypto Bamba right now in the chat? I can hear you, but I don't know if my chat can hear you. Uh, it's for sure a problem on my side. Yeah, yeah. Let me try something. Audio output capture, desktop audio. Okay, add source. Say no, they can't hear you unfortunately. Um, yeah. Oh, okay, hold on. I got it, guys. I think I got it. Think I got it. Can you talk now, Bemba?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
There we go. They should hear you now. You guys hear him? You guys should hear
Let's
him.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Crypto Buff? I've been following you for a while. Actually, I think the first time I've ever seen you, everybody can hear me, right?
Yeah, I'm 90% sure they can hear you from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're good.
So the first time I actually saw a video of you was about the AADA bonds
Yeah.
back in that day.
Okay.
So that actually helped me out. The AADA, now known as Lenfi, the price appreciated pretty nicely on that one because it's honestly a high quality project. So it turned out to be good. So thank you for that.
Yeah, man.
I'll
It's
compensate you with the hungry cow or something.
yeah, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's crazy to see what kind of project every project we spoke on the channel since Cardano released smart contracts didn't hit, but like a few of them hit. That's the name of the game, right? You gotta try as many you gotta invest in multiple projects, and Lenfi was
You
a
know,
definitely good project to. Well, AADA, like if you were AADA was their old name, so
I think what plays a lot now that I see more is that a lot of people are taking more note about tokenomics. They like to see a low supply. They like to see most of the circulation outside. That's something that's important, because no matter what other project tells you that they know how to handle their tokenomics in a certain way, um, if you are a long-term holder, you don't like to see that's only like 20% or 15% of the circulation is out. You want to be when inflation will the least impact you. So I think that's a new focus that I've been seeing in the
mhm.
past few months from people on Cardano. And the last projects that came out, like Opt or OPT, they also had like a very enticing tokenomics. And now with LeFi coming out, how do people pronounce it? Is it LeFi? Do you pronounce it Leafy?
I do
How do you
li-fi. I think
LiFi?
I heard one of the developers or the person in the Twitter space say li-fi, so I'm just saying li-fi from now on. Yeah, when I was making a video, I was like, should I say leafy or should I say li-fi? So I just went with li-fi.
For me, it made sense because it's like linkage finance, so it's LeFi.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So tokenomics is a big focus now, and I think how much would be out on linkage by today? Do you know?
I
I thought it
believe
was like 75%.
yeah, 75% along those lines. 75% will be like circulating.
Yeah. So that's obviously something very enticing, especially in the beginning of a project. And then this is where everything starts with the token, and and a lot of people I saw, like you mentioned, that there was a lot of FUD. Now we're in a state of FOMO, obviously, because the sale is like 9 minutes away.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so a lot of the FUD came from the team not doxing or whatever. I don't think they even planned to have this much exposure so quickly. So I think they did the right move by capturing that opportunity, giving the community what they asked for. Obviously, this is not a decision that came only from the Linkage Finance team by themselves. This is a decision that came from the community going crazy on Telegram, going crazy on Twitter, and requesting to be a part of the token sale as well.
Hmm.
Because I've seen project release tokens with a worse time span, much worse time span than what Linkage Finance is offering. Like Meld, you can see
Hmm.
uh, till this day we don't even see a complete product yet, right? And with Linkage Finance, we should expect already by Q1, if I'm not mistaken, already to be on mainnet. And but by then, the list of projects can just grow, and it will be even it will make even more sense to people to engage with that platform.
Yeah, for sure. Tokenomics it's a big thing, and like right now you can definitely feel the FOMO that people are now are feeling. Um, it's crazy because like like at the end of the day we're all here to make money, and linkage finance is it's gonna be, we're all speculating it's gonna be worth more, which a lot of the projects that we're talking about like lenfi used to be aada, milk, op token, even meme coins too will get a lot of like exposure during the next bull run with new liquidities coming in. So we saw like the little bit of the beginning phases of that when like Snex started to go on a huge run and brought a lot of people into the Cardano ecosystem, and you saw more interest, people talking about it, and then that really translated into the more fundamentally driven projects like Milk, like Lenfi, and whatever project that we've talked about so far.
Yeah, I've been much more heavier into trading in my earlier stages in crypto and also in stock market. So I'm still in a lot of groups of traders. That they usually use centralized exchanges. They don't really trade much on dexes,
Yeah.
but they couldn't avoid seeing what's happening on Cardano, and they became a Cardano maxis. Everybody there,
Yeah.
from holding only Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP as a lottery ticket for the future. They suddenly saw, tokens like you mentioned, Milk, which absolutely exploded, and everything about Milk just screams scarcity.
Yeah.
It's only 10 million tokens outside.
Exactly, exactly. Definitely. And we look at all the market. It's red as hell. Like I did, it's crazy to see. But it just shows like how small the ecosystem is. Like everybody's hyped around this project, and they all sold their assets to like get into
Yeah, you know why? Because all of these tokens are now exclusively on dexes.
Yep.
And you're right, we completely decoupled from what's happening in the broader market because of that fact. And I think, to be honest, as long as ADA stays in the same price or goes down, I can see ADA value keep rising, and on the rest of the DeFi market, because it makes more sense in the dollar value sense of things.
Yeah, for sure.
And another thing to point is like 5 days out of 7, you see Cardano number 1 on chain activity.
Mm-hmm.
For how long people can keep avoiding that, you know?
Yeah, there's definitely like one thing in the very beginning phase. Like at first, like I never really liked Cardano, which is a funny story. Before I got in, like I was always like questioning like why is Charles Hoskinson on YouTube? Like why does he have a YouTube channel? Why is he going live? Right? It's like what's going on? Like Vitalik, it's more like putting your head down, work, work, work. And I don't know which video I saw. So let me watch a video from him, and then everything it started to make more sense as to like the problem Ethereum has, which is scalability, and
Mm-hmm.
and not even that. Scalability is just one part, but the security of Ethereum. Like we just had a hack from Curve Finance, like an exploit that they took millions of dollars, and using their I forgot the code name that they're using, but a lot of the DeFi projects on Ethereum are using the same coding language. So if there's an exploit using a new Solidity, a new coding language for Ethereum, then there's like, okay, then is this just a tower that might topple down later on? So like it's a big 180, and I think I don't know, man. I based off my research, I hate being so bullish on one thing and being like,
Yeah.
I hate
Also,
it. Yeah,
it's a
but
little bit too early to say that smart contracts on Cardano won't be exploited, because at the end of the day, it's human coding it, right? No matter on what
yeah.
chain you are. So
No,
smart
you're
contracts are
100% right, because you bring something up. It's like the MinSwap token, right?
right, right.
It's it's literally like there was, if you guys don't know, like it's not that the code was it was exploited. It could have been exploited, but it was just yeah, like you said, a failure of a human side that they messed up. So there was a point with MinSwap, if this went through, that you could have printed X amount of liquidity pool tokens on a pair, which you can essentially take all of the liquidity out of any of the pairs and then get out and exit, right? And and I believe the Wing Riders team found that exploit out,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
they brought it and then they fixed it right away. So yeah, you're right. There could be possibilities for scams for sure, but like one thing is like one of those with Haskell being a very secure coding language, you can prove that it's more safer than Ethereum, for example.
Absolutely, and also known by less potential hackers, right?
Exactly.
Um, so, and I think the language will just keep evolving and creating even more borders and securities.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I don't know about Icon too much, and I need to get into it more. But Linkage Finance is actually operating using Python, but it's obviously launched on Cardano mainnet.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Now we have 1 minute left into the actual pre-sale to go live. Let's see what's going on with
Do you have the wallet on?
uh
Like, can you check?
yeah, I'm not connected right now. I think I'm gonna have to stop sharing this one screen. I should go over here and yeah, that works out fine. And yeah, let me just connect my Eternal wallet. Are you guys seeing this? The one thing about a streaming, you don't know what you want to show.
Yes, it's a little bit risky.
Yeah.
But I guess if you can just, I don't know, just open the wallet that everybody sent
There we
you.
go. I'm going full screen mode, so this could be a lot better. Okay. Let's connect the wallet. What's going on? So now's the time to guys to start looking to see everything's working. Connected dApps account. There we go. That should work now. Okay, connect Eternal. There we go.
Damn, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Always feels like before a fight or something.
Yeah. It definitely is. Okay, so I think I can share this part of my screen. Yeah, so I just connected my wallet. Guys, if you're connecting, I would recommend you use Eternal Wallet over Nami. Um, I've had more problems with Nami connecting to dApps versus Eternal. If you are trying to connect to Eternal and it says it's like the connected side is kind of blurred out and you can't click it. It's because you didn't activate smart contract like dApp connectivity on your Eternal wallet. So you just go into your Eternal wallet and then there's a top right, there's like a little bit of a plug. You just turn it green. You press it by turning it green, and if nothing happens, just connect to another option will come up that says connect to dApps or something, and then try again. So it could be a little bit of an issue.
What is
Yeah.
your preferred wallet?
I
What do
use
you
I use Eternal for yeah, Eternal. Sorry guys, I got distracted with some stupid messages from my friends, but
It's
stupid.
not the time, guys. It's
Yeah,
not the time.
but it's funny, but yeah, yeah. My favorite wallet to use for dApps would be Eternal, and Nami I just use for like exchange, going on DEX platforms and using it.
Yeah. Actually, I read I invite you also to read one of the proposals that MusiSwap has posted on Catalyst. So one of them was called chaining tooling.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically going to adjust something in the Cardano node and play with the meme pool transaction instead of the Nami wallet. So it will be something that it's exclusive just for the Nami wallet. But apparently they claim to have a way to reduce transaction speed to 2 to 3 seconds.
It's crazy stuff, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, so it looks like it's working. Remember, guys, there are scammers in the in the Linkage Finance group right now. People are scamming by putting fake wallets. So be careful where you send your ADA. The official link is in the description below. lifi.musiswap.com. Make sure you guys are right, like using the same one. Do you have
Yep.
Bamba? What's do you have the actual wallet for the address for all the ADA that's being sent to from the public sale?
From the public sale, no, I can definitely find out.
Yeah, just so that we can see like how much ADA is in there that's being
Yeah, yeah,
accumulated.
for
Would
sure.
be interesting. You can send it to on Discord if you find it. Someone shared it in the Discord. I mean, the Telegram group. Oh no, this is the private
Uh,
sale one, I think.
yeah, that's the private sale one. Yeah.
Yeah. So see, the private sale sold out already. I mean, like, but yeah,
How much is there?
it's 1.7 million ADA.
That's it.
But like, I think they're doing it like, I think that's the maximum of ADA that they're raising on that. No, or
Is it? You said what is the reason why?
that's the maximum ADA that they're raising on that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's a super small cap
Yeah.
on launch.
Um, what was I gonna look up? Oh
Here
yeah,
we go. I
let's.
think I found it.
Okay.
I think I found it. I'm gonna send it to you on Discord. I'm gonna open it on my computer.
2.6 million ADA that already went in there.
Oh my God! No way.
So already 2 point in like 2 seconds, like literally 2 minutes. Um, holy crap.
No way. I'm seeing 10 ADA still. I think my tap tool is just passed away or something.
This is the wallet. Where did you get this address?
A friend that just sent there.
Okay. Cardano scan. Let's see. Sorry.
Not that one.
All right. I got some people telling me that they already bought some of my inner circle. Um, okay. Yeah. So 1.95 million ADA on the Cardano scan already. Um, 1.9 million ADA. People are buying.
I wonder how many of those are bots, that just went in.
It could be bots. Yeah, you're definitely right. Yeah, people
Because
are.
that quick, pretty crazy.
Yeah, it makes sense though too, right? Because like the liquidity just went out on a lot of coins. Like the whole market, the whole Cardano native asset ecosystem is at the it's just reliant on the Linkage Finance pre-sale right now.
Oh my God, that's so true. Look at Milk. Milk just went down 13 ADA.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen. But yeah, it's 6 minutes in, guys. You have 1 hour. I'm gonna stay live until excuse me, the 1 hour is finished. So we're gonna be here for some time. But yeah, guys, it's 1.9 3.6 million ADA, guys, in 6 minutes. This is crazy. $1 million in 6 minutes. Everybody will get your chance, but remember, like you guys, I don't know which is act more right, a Cardano scan or a pool.pm. Cardano scan says 4.1 million ADA, and
I would say Cardano scan is more accurate.
yeah, let me see. Where am I? Okay, I'm gonna get in now before I fumble the bag. All right, here we go. How much am I gonna buy? Okay. That's gonna be a secret, guys. Well, I actually let someone know in the Telegram group, and only the community will know.
If you see a wallet with 2 million LeFi, it's a crypto buff.
Yeah, sure. I wish. Um, okay, let's see what we're gonna do here. No, I need more than that.
See what kind of tweets.
Yeah,
Already.
it's done. Yeah, we're at 5.1 million ADA
Holy moly.
in 10 minutes. And how much
I think your prediction would be right. Yeah, it's
how much
25 minutes.
how much are we looking at? 14 what's the sellout? 14 million ADA or 12 million
I
ADA?
think so total would be like 17 million ADA, I thought.
Like in a public sale?
Like with the private and the public together.
Okay, so with
That's
the
what I thought.
okay, let me see something. Times 0.5, so we have 22 million times 0.35. 7.7 million ADA would be the pre-sale, would be the public sale, I think.
Only the public sale.
Yeah,
okay,
so we're almost there. We're about
so just below 10 million for when it released it to the DEX.
Yeah, because the 55% of the total supply is 22 million. 22 million and then times 0.35 ADA. That means there's 7.7 million ADA that needs to go through. Yeah, we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it.
So right after the hour ends, everybody should get the refunds, including the tokens, right?
I believe they said that we're gonna be okay, let's get in this now. Okay. I agree. Sorry, I'm gonna answer your question after I do my.
Good. I'm working too.
Huh, that's weird. I can't. Why can't I buy right now?
Haven't you already bought?
No, I'm gonna buy right now. Give me a second, guys.
4.9 million.
Okay. We're good. So we're sold out, I think. We're good.
No way. Is it sold out already?
I think we're sold out.
I think it's faster than opt. But also, I think less tokens were offered, like
Yeah.
value in ADA. So it's on 6.8. So when are we supposed to have another million? You said 7.8.
1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, I should be good. Remember, there's a pro. Everyone is gonna get a chance within the hour to purchase in, so I should be good.
That's it. You send your lottery ticket.
Yeah, I sent my lottery ticket. Let's go.
Awesome. No, I really see a use case for this. You know, it makes a lot of sense. Even now, you know, some people say, "Oh, why do we need an index fund now?" I mean, I don't have unlimited ADA. Do you have unlimited ADA? So
Nope.
I want to prepare my portfolio for a bull run. So if I'll see value in it. Also, you know, another thing that I suggested to the team on private was maybe adding, you know, how they have like a sector like DeFi, they have metaverse gaming. So maybe add LP tokens that you can actually put in your portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
So you can farm uh, while having your index fund running.
Exactly. All right, guys. So we have. I sent my ADA to it. We're good. I had to do it via the transfer. The DApps wasn't working for me for some reason.
Always the way to go.
Yeah. Sometimes the DApps work. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but when you know that there's going to be a lot of traffic, it's going to be probably spammed. So it's better off just sending to that address.
Yeah. So guys, so how this works is that within the hour, there's something called the pro rata or rata, whatever the one you call, however you want to say it. Once that goes within the hour of your ADA that's being sent, you'll get a percentage. So since there's so much demand, and we had 7 million ADA that just 7.7 million ADA looks like that were already sold out on, you're gonna get a percentage back. So let's say everybody gets 20% of what they put in, and then you'll get refunded the rest of their ADA there. So it's definitely something that's interesting. I like this kind of way, so everybody gets like a little bit of a chance to purchase, get some exposure to this token without just it being like first come first serve, bots wins all the time, right? And you guys know how that works.
These damn bots. Let's see. I still don't see any FUD on Twitter. This is interesting. Yeah, crazy, right? 7.6 in 50 minutes.
Here we go, guys. Let's see what's going on the Telegram.
Is there a chance where Muesli just runs away with the ADA? Right. They've been building for 2.5 years, being the first DEX on Cardano, just to run away with a couple ADAs.
Yeah, exactly. And let's sorry, let me just get my screen back on. Where the hell is my thing? Here, there it is. We're gonna go on Telegram. Sorry guys, there we go. And then we're going to show the Telegram. Here we go. Put that there for now. See what the Telegram is saying. I need to put this over here.
Hey, yo, Crypto Buff. I have one of my friends is leaving now, so I'm gonna say goodbye to him.
Okay, cool.
Coffee.
All right, nice talking, man.
I think it was a successful launch. Thank you for having me on.
No problem.
Definitely, it's a pleasure, and I'll definitely love to be on again in the future if you would like to. And yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Good luck to everybody with the LiFi token.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. We're gonna be here for some time.
Yeah, have a good one.
Okay, so we are in this call. Oh, there we go. Let's see what's going on with this. Oops, that's my Photoshop. This goes here. Okay, let's go to pool.pm. Let's copy and paste this. So I'm not looking at the chat, guys. There's a lot of things going on. Cardano scan. Let's look at this again. Let's pull this up. $9 million ADA in that short amount of time, guys. Crazy stuff. Getting some more. Okay, perfect. I'm good. That is good. That's fun. That's fun. Got a little bit of adrenaline rush. Let me find my chat because I closed it. How do I even find my chat? Okay, let's find it here. All right. Let's look at the how do I go back on my dashboard? I'm like a noob when it comes to lives, guys. Sorry. Okay. Oh, wait, I have an idea, guys. Sorry. There we go. Here we go. I'm back. Oh, I have to verify my account. What the hell? Okay, I'm back. So, let's go over what just happened. Let me go through the chat. It's been some time. Oh, we have Cardano with Paul in here. Cardano with Paul, if you're in here still, if you want to hop on the call, let's do it. We'd love to have you on and have a conversation. It'd be nice. So I've been getting a lot of people say, "Oh, your ADA wasn't deducted," right? Basically, what's happening is this: you're stressing, I'm stressing, I'm sweating. We all have to wait for our transaction to go through, right? So When your ADA is in your wallet, it's because everything is super congested right now, right? That's why they have like an hour policy. That's why when people said that they didn't want to do 2 hours, I was kind of like on the fence for like I would rather have a 2 hour limit because yeah, it gives more time, it's less stressful. But when it comes down to like an actual like the time frame, longer is a little bit better in this case. But I guess if you want to create urgency, it'll be good to have a shorter amount of time with the OPT like whole pre-sale. That was one complaint that they didn't get in because it was so congested, the blockchain, that they just had like a certain amount of like ADA that got their ADA didn't even go through, right? So it takes time, guys. It takes time, guys. Use the DApp. It's a lot faster than sending the transactions, but sending the transaction will go through. But it depends on when you do it. It'll go through. You just gotta wait some time. Take your time, wait a bit, and then you're gonna chill. I'm a little bit stressed. My ADA didn't leave my wallet yet within the 2 hours, but it's gonna go. It's gonna be okay, guys. But I hope. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I don't know if it's stupid or not, but I'm gonna do something. I'm doing something. It's on my other screen. Oh no, the fuck, man. Sorry, guys. Excuse my language. The market it's super congested, so I don't know if it might. I should have sold more of my other coins to get in. That's okay. I got enough exposure to this, I guess. Awesome. Dude, why don't you give me a message on Discord? Can you actually if you can copy and paste your Discord in here, I can add you because I think I have a privacy setting. I don't know if you want your Discord out, but you can delete it after. I don't know. Or message me on Twitter. Yeah, you have my Twitter. If you can message me your Discord name on Twitter, I'll call you then. Uh, I'm gonna message you on Twitter too. Cardano with Paul. Oh, there you are. Perfect. You got a message. You messaged me. Perfect. I'm gonna add you to the call. Let's talk about this. Very stressful stuff, guys. Holy goddamn. Hey, Paul, how's it going?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you there now.
Perfect, man. Thanks for coming on to the stream. I'm sure 99% of the chat already knows who you are, but why don't you give a little bit of an intro to yourself?
I suppose I've been in Cardano a while now, a few years at this point. Started out with a stake pool and created a YouTube channel to do some tutorials around that, and it kind of snowballed from there. So I create mostly Cardano content on a regular basis now at this point. Cover other stuff too, but the majority, 95%, is Cardano.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. And how long have you been making content for?
The channel is 2 years, over 2 years old now, or more. And I had a smaller one before where I used to look at broader stuff and different trading things. But the Cardano one is about nearly 3 years now, actually. 3 years the end of this year.
Nice, man. Nice. Great to hear. So what are your thoughts on this whole pre-sale, the whole like foot around Linkage Finance? A lot of things happened this last week. It really impacted the markets and I guess a little bit of the sentiment. What are your thoughts?
I think it's good that the community is asking questions. I think asking questions isn't or shouldn't always be seen as FUD. Lots of people go straight to that. If you question a project, then you're trying to FUD it or you're trying to FUD someone's bags. So I think it's good that the community asks questions. Obviously, there's a limit to where you do. And when everything with Linkage Finance started to blow up first, there wasn't all that much information about them. And we didn't have the official confirmation that MuesliSwap did have a part in it. I think I still have questions over whether they're actively developing as part of it, whether there's some of the same developers or whether it's just an advisor role. I know they had the Twitter space and I listened into it. So look, it's FOMO is playing a big role in this. When you look at, people have looked at what happened with option flow token and how it just went crazy once it hit the market. I thought with option flow that once milk holders were able to claim their airdrop, that at that point it would start to cool off, but it nearly picked up pace at that stage. So it's, people are looking for the next token that's going to really run. Like there's DeFi tokens on Cardano have done very well in the last few months. Obviously the last 2 weeks or the last week especially, there's been a big impact and lots of liquidity has been sucked out of it to go into Linkage Finance. And one thing I'm looking forward to looking at in the next few days is on Tap Tools, looking at all the funds that went into this sale. Where did they come from, or what tokens people sold off, and are they going to go back into them other tokens, or are they going to just move on into other stuff or stay in ADA? For people that believe in some of the protocols long term, this could be seen as a really nice pullback to start getting in on if they missed the initial run of them. But I'm not telling anyone get into any specific protocol. I would say always do your due diligence, and if you're happy with some of the protocols, then now mightn't be a bad time to start to DCA into some of the other ones when people have their attention somewhere else.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Questions are definitely, like in the beginning, like when I saw the white paper when I was making my video on it, I had a lot more questions, and I had to ask the team to get those answers. But yeah, it's always good to have to get people to ask questions for sure, so people can, I guess, yeah, make sure they do their due diligence.
Yep, it's no harm, and like I say, sometimes questions are considered FUD, but they're not. They're a good part that people need to start doing more of, especially as we get towards a bull run, and when people see things like this, it encourages bad actors to also come in and try and pull a piece of the pie away. So getting in the habit of asking questions is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. Like if honestly, if the team of MuesliSwap didn't back them and say that they were very involved with the infrastructure, they're giving advice, they're involved, they have their own developers working on this project from the Twitter space I was listening to, what they said. Like if it wasn't for that, I definitely wouldn't have touched this project. It's just again, a lot of questions, the uncertainties. I wouldn't have put as much as I did in this project. I would probably get smaller exposure to it if it was like, but yeah.
Yeah, I just refreshed the Cardano scan there, and nearly 17 million ADA has been sent in now.
Holy crap, I just did it too. You guys are seeing this? It's crazy. In just 33 minutes. And this is where all the liquidity went, if you guys were wondering, in the Cardano ecosystem. Everybody just took it out of the Cardano native assets. I was one of them as well. I took a lot of the tokens that I was selling, like I sold out and just put into this project, and I rediversified. Eventually that liquidity is going to flow back into, like Paul was mentioning. into like the other assets that went down. Like LendFi is a very good project, as we all know, and it took a big dip. It's a very big sale on this, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised how strong OPT held up, comparing to its other cryptocurrencies that went down, I think.
Yeah, I'm surprised OPT is still just under 1 ADA at the minute. I thought it would have been one of the ones that really would have took a dive, because people come in at 0.25 ADA or 0.3 if they weren't holding milk. So even at this price, there's a very nice profit for people there to try and roll into the next one, which is Linkage Finance.
Yeah, definitely surprised how strong it's holding up. Cool, man. That is interesting stuff. So, from what the MusiSwap team has said, they are, this is the last project that they are actively working on that they will release, which is a good, I guess, a good sense of what's going on. But yeah, it's hopefully we won't see another fourth project from MusiSwap, because then I think people start to ask questions about that.
Yeah, I don't think they should get involved in any project. Individual people from the team, maybe advisor roles and stuff, but not MusiSwap being involved with any other project that's bringing out a new token. If they were, I'd definitely be raising questions and concerns about it too. It's 2 tokens dedicated to them, I think, is okay. This one is kind of linked with them, but if they went for another one, then I think the community has every right to start shouting and like, are they just looking to bring out more tokens for the team, or what's actually needed? But when you look at these numbers, I think people are only going to FOMO even more, because if someone put in 2,000 ADA, right now they're going to get about, they get 40% of that back.
Yeah.
Because whatever the total ADA is, if we divide that by the number, by what is it, 7.7 ADA is what they were looking to raise, then you're going to get what or divide the 7.7 by the total they raise, will let you know what percentage you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. So we can already get an idea as to what we're going to expect to receive. We're at 18 million ADA now, 36 minutes in. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. So what are your thoughts on the whole MusiSwap's ecosystem, comparing to, like, there's a lot of projects that are still coming out, like Axo, a Genius Yield. What do you think? What are your thoughts with MusiSwap and the potential competition that's going to be on the horizon in the near future?
Axo is definitely one I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring, because there was a lot promised and a lot of exciting features if they can deliver them, but it's been extremely quiet there for a long time now. I think it's either a massive success or a complete failure. I don't think there's an in-between stage for it, because if it comes out with just an average DEX, like just a normal DEX and not some of the crazy features that were talked about, I don't think it'll go down well. But if they can deliver some of what they talked about, then it really takes things up to another level. In terms of DEXs currently on Cardano, I don't see anyone passing MinSwap yet, or definitely in the near future. MinSwap have continually been 4-year straight AMM DEX, and even with limit features now, they've just been solid. I know they had their initial issue with the smart contract and was found by Vacuum Labs or Wing Riders, which thankfully it was. But since that, they have to hand it to them. They've really been pushing the space forward and bringing in just little bits of innovation that they've been doing. The liquidity bootstrapping, the fee switch, things like that. The token isn't great, the tokenomics, but as a protocol, it's really good.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. It's it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of features, because like right now it's very basic features we have with even MusiSwap and MinSwap. It's gonna be interesting to see concentrated liquidity start to come about. you can start to plan, like create better and more intricate strategies with like Genius Yield or Axo. So that's going to be something to look forward to, which ultimately is very good for the space. It drives competition, drives innovation. It's only good for us as users.
Yeah, it's great for us as the end users of the protocols, for having each of these coming out. It pushes all of the other ones to innovate and to make their systems even better. Like we're looking at the different DEXs and speed. Cardano scaling still needs lots of improvements. So it's pushing each of the individual DEXs. Like when you have Muesli Swap going up against Min Swap, Sunday Swap, Wing Riders, Genius, and Axo looking to come out as well. It's good for us because they all have to push to bring out a better product, which is good for us end users.
Exactly. Man, it's an exciting time to be in the Cardano ecosystem. I always say it. I feel like I've never been in the Ethereum ecosystem when it was in 2016, but I feel like this is how it would feel. Like small projects coming out of nowhere, raising some money, delivering products, not saturated with a lot of BS projects. Great to see.
Yeah, it definitely is. And just to people out there, just be careful if you're FOMOing into projects, not just this one, to the probably hundreds that are going to come over the next year or so. Just be careful of what you get into. I always split my portfolio into allocations, ones that are there for degen, some that's there that I will never touch for 5+ years, and then some that goes into mid-tier projects. And I think it's a good way for everyone to allocate, because there's going to be some great projects come out that you might get in early, but you're also going to get into some that just fall flat and fail away. So allocate the portfolio properly, and you can afford to have some of them failures too.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's for sure the amount of money that so far they've raised, which is, let me refresh it, it's like at 19.6 million ADA, almost $6 million in just under an hour. Is definitely going to bring a lot more interest and eyeballs into the Cardano ecosystem from a development standpoint. So yeah, like you said, there's going to be projects that are going to come up that you might have to be more careful, because they know that the community is there and they're going to invest, so it can bite you in the ass if it's a scam. So got to be careful.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like this will attract both good and bad actors to come and build on Cardano, when there's always a thing that getting funding on Cardano is hard and there's no VCs. And like, I think there is funding for the right projects, but you have to work hard for it. But when developers see that this type of funding is there, if you can, now I know they've initiated Hype and FOMO as a big player here, but it is there for projects if they can tick all the right boxes. So it should encourage more building.
Yeah, 100%. All right, well, looks like my ADA just went through. Let's go. I'm happy. My stress is gone. So I hope I don't know if you did your ADA go through already?
Yeah, I think it went through like a minute after I submitted it. I don't know if I'm using a different submit, or I used it over on Typhoon. So there's probably less people using Typhoon wallet than using the standard APIs on Eternal.
Interesting. That is interesting. That's because other wallets won't have that kind of congestion, and it'll be easier to go through. Is that right?
Yeah, so like all wallets have basically their own servers running in the back end to submit the transactions to the blockchain. So if everybody's using the standard Eternal, then all the transactions are going through the Eternal servers and waiting to be queued up on the blockchain. But if you can submit them through either your own custom API submit, there's a few projects out there, I think, give them out for free to the community to use. Or if you use another wallet that's less used, then you can get them through quicker. And it was only kind of by chance. Eternal kept, since the new Eternal updates come out, it's been very slow for me, and it's been failing on connecting to some dApps and stuff. So I went over to Typhoon today and it just flew through. So yeah, it worked out well.
Well, that's good to know. Like, that's definitely a tips and tricks video that we can make to educate people, because I didn't even know that. I just stuck with Nami and Eternal as my main wallets, but there's so many wallets. I think there's like a little bit of a meme around this now, uh, but like it's definitely helpful. Then I didn't really think about that.
Yeah, you see, you can have like there is can't think now there is a group out there that gives the free API submit. Basically, it's someone running a node and they allow you to send your transactions through their node or that, and then they queue it up to go onto the chain. Whereas if everything's going through Eternal, then it all starts to sit in the meme pool for mempool on their nodes, so they can only submit so many transactions to the network at one time, so it has to work its way through. So that's how you can get onto the chain quicker, is if you basically take another road to get to the chain rather than queuing up on the one that has all the traffic.
Okay, interesting. That's interesting. Somebody messaging, I don't know if you know much about this, but someone in the chat brought up that if you get a Poke Pass, you'll be able to get full access to a dedicated API node for front of the line transaction submissions. Are you familiar with that, or?
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about there. There's different groups and entities that allow you to do that. Like me with the stake pools, I can set one up on my nodes. They're one of my relays. And so when I submit transactions, I used to have it on Eternal. I must activate it again, that it goes through one of my relays, and then there's less congestion there. So rather than trying to push everything through Eternal, but this is how the bots worked it as well. And I'm sure there's a lot of bots got into this too. But when we had meme coin season and new meme coins coming out all the time, this is how the bots worked it, was they would have had their own relays. So all transactions they were submitting were going through their own nodes. So there was far less congestion for them trying to get the transactions submitted to the chain as quick as possible to be some of the first ones in.
Interesting. That is interesting stuff. Gives you a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, it's I suppose it's good and bad. Like, we shouldn't need to have these types of things, but they're going to be there in all different types of things that you get into. There'll always be ways for, with the bots and stuff, people that are more tech savvy to get in. I see there's different groups in Cardano now, which I really like, that are trying to build bot alternatives and try and open source them and show people how they work. It's a double-edged sword though. Anyone who doesn't have tech experience, I'd say be very careful if you do see some of the bots that are there or the options and you're trying to get into them. Make sure you understand everything that's at risk. I appreciate you letting me join into the call. I'm going to have to jump off here in about 2 minutes.
No problem, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. I think I've been watching your videos for a while. Like before I even like made a channel, I watched some of your videos, and like you and like other Cardano influencers, like his name is on top of my head. It's the biggest one. I can't remember his name. God damn, he gave me a shout out.
Big Pay or Dan or
Dan. Yeah, that's the one. You guys like inspired me to make content because I was like, oh, it's interesting. It's an interesting space. I was like watching you guys when I was just first getting into it. But yeah, glad you came on and we had a chance to talk.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Keep the content coming. It's I've seen some of it and it's great. So look, I appreciate you letting me come on up, and we'll chat soon.
All right, take care, Paul. Bye-bye.
Take care, man.
That was a good conversation. Let's see what's going on in the chat. But yeah, the guys, like, let me know in the chat if your guys' transaction went through. It's definitely good. It's fun. It's fun. Now the next big step is so like right now, like MusiSwap is taking control of the pre-sale, right? So since MusiSwap is launching this whole pre-sale, like it's on its launch pad, it controls everything. It does the distribution and all that crap. And basically what happened, we're gonna get our tokens because MusiSwap is obviously not a scam, and we know that they're a legitimate project, and we can have good faith that they vet the projects that come on to some degree, right? I think this is what this is gonna bring, we talked about it a little bit with Cardano with Paul. When we look at what's the launch pad, is this here? Yeah, the launch pad. I think we're gonna start to see more projects start to launch on the launch pad for MusiSwap. It might not replicate the same success, but because of the amount of, I guess, community, the amount of eyeballs around this ecosystem with MusiSwap, with OPT, and now Linkage Finance, more people may start to use MusiSwap, and I think that's pretty much the big idea, is to ultimately why they're all going into these, like investing or like developing these other projects. It's one, to probably create this kind of ecosystem around their own MusiSwap DEX platform, but the primary thing is to drive liquidity to their DEX platform, which is very interesting, I think. So ADA went through, no Li-Fi yet. Yeah, we're not getting our Li-Fi tokens right away, guys. We're gonna probably get it within the next 24 hours. But guys, I hope all of your ADA goes through. I didn't, to give you guys a little bit of perspective, I put my order in at 120, I think, like 120, something like that, and I just filled like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, whew, now I'm not stressed. Like at one point I thought I messed it up. I was like, if you were in the stream in the beginning, I was like biting my thumb. I was like, I cut my thumb a little bit, because I was like, I thought I messed it up for a second. So even for people who do this for a while, it's still kind of like, you never know. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm hoping to get one more person on this stream before we head out. We end it. We're gonna be ending it soon. Hopefully we can get Alexander on the stream. I know from what we talked about earlier, he's on another call. Hopefully we can get him on the stream. It'd be nice to have his thoughts about everything. But let's take a look at what's going on with the Discord. I mean, the community on, I can't talk right now, on Linkage Finance. Let's see what's going on. Diluted. That's exactly what we need. Like, well, let's look at what's going on with the dilution. Like, we're at 24.3 million ADA. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff. 24.3 million ADA. This is a good sign that there's, like, we're only going to get like less than 40% now of our tokens, probably closer to 30%. And at this rate, yeah, it's going to probably be closer to 30%. So whatever you put in, you're going to get 30% back. I mean, 30% in Li-Fi tokens, and then the rest is going to be deposited into your ADA. I mean, deposited into your wallet. You'll get a refund. So this is the thing, though, right? So, you know what? Let me see if I can buy a little bit more right now. I know it's like 9 minutes left, but let me see. Sorry, I got sidetracked because I noticed I have a little bit of ADA in my wallet still, which I didn't really use all of it. But let me see, how much ADA do I have left? Okay, DApps via fast. Okay, I have like 9,000 ADA left. Let's see what. Nope. Oh yeah, I'll have some more ADA left over. Why not? I think this is not going to go through, but let's just see. Let's just play a little game of what if. Okay, yeah. So I probably won't get this part of it, but it is like, it'll be kind of cool. Alex messaged me back. Let's see if he wants to talk. Who the hell is calling me? I can't answer that right now. So Alexander is going to be coming very soon to really like have final thoughts on this whole thing. But yeah, it is very, very interesting. So let's see how much ADA we got in there now. 25.3. It looks like it's starting to slow down. I'm just messaging Alexander. He can get in on this. But yeah, so I'm good. That's good that some of you guys I'm reading here got your transaction go through. Yeah. Man, this is good. This is good. Now the question is, will this start to see some kind of something similar to how OPT went up? It's possible. I think it's possible because as you can see, this is I don't remember the stats of the OPT pre-sale. If somebody in the chat remembers this, let me know. But is the Linkage Finance like a pre-sale public sale? Is it a lot better? Like did it raise more money in a shorter amount of time? Let me know what it is. I don't have that information on me right now. So we are going to let Alexander into this. Let me just add him as a friend here. I think I have him as a friend already, but no, I don't. Nice to hear. Yours went through, Corey. We'll have one more guest on before we end the stream. It's going to be a good conversation, I think. Nice to see you guys. That's good. So funny. Some hilarious stuff. Okay. It looks like transactions are going through, and it looks like the ADA is starting to slow down on the wallet. I hope my last little bit of ADA that I sent will goes through. That'll be cool. That'll be good. I definitely sent the invite. I wonder if my privacy settings is maybe his privacy settings are like mine. Because I always have problems like getting people to add me on Discord. They never can add me for some reason. Oh, I see him. Sorry, a little bit technical difficulties, guys. We're trying to get one more guest on here. Okay. I just pinged him in the chat, so. Okay, we're just gonna wait for him. We'll probably message soon. Oh, there we go. We have him. All right, let's start a voice call. All right. I already set the call, but he'll join whenever he's ready. But yeah, guys, it's crazy stuff. We have 1 minute left until this whole pre-sale, public sale, whatever you want to call it, is finished.
I'm in.
Okay, perfect. We have Alexander in the chat. For those of you, probably you guys in the chat already know of Alexander, but why don't you give yourself a little bit of an intro to people who don't know?
Hi, my name is Alexander. You guys probably know me from Twitter. I basically on Twitter I speak about projects that I see have great potential, just judging from my experience in the cryptocurrency space over the past 6 years, right? So when I identify a project that I think is going to do great based on historical events that I have witnessed on other chains and based on the mistakes I've made in crypto investing on other chains, I speak about it. All right, that's what I do, regardless of what the community is saying. Right? I'll give you an example. You see this Linkage Finance sale that just concluded.
Yep.
It literally sold out in 15 minutes. Okay, they needed to raise 7.7 million tokens at 35.35 ADA per token. They needed to sell 22 million tokens to raise that 7.7 million ADA, right?
Yep.
At the 15-minute mark, there was 7.9 million ADA in the address. It sold out in 15 minutes, right? Now, this just goes to show you the power behind a team of builders that have delivered in the past. And the reason why I say this is this. The Linkage Finance protocol is being built by a number of the Muesli Swap team devs, okay? And the one thing I know about Muesli Swap team devs is that they deliver code. They do. I watched them the whole bear market. I watched them deliver code and improve on Muesli Swap again and again and again. I grew to have so much confidence in them, right?
Yes.
Who the team members are on any protocol is the number one thing you need to look for. Now, people were upset and in their feelings because of certain things that, Linkage Finance team did not do and how they kind of rushed the sale and all that. I understand that. I'm not going to sit down here and tell you that they did everything perfect. No, they did not do everything perfect, right? There are some mistakes. I get it. But if you fade the opportunity of investing in a protocol with a team of builders that are so formidable, mind you, this protocol is mostly built. Testnet is probably going to be in October. Okay, so they've been building for a while. If you sit down because of your emotions and not take advantage because you do not feel great about how they structured the sale, that's you letting your emotions rob you of opportunity. And that's what some people did, but as you can see, the way the token sale went, they're still sending ADA. It's over 23 million ADA in that address right now.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, I just wanted to, just say my piece on that. In case anybody made a mistake, next time, there are things that take priority when you're looking at a token sale. There are things that take priority. Now, the way they organize the token sale and how great the website is, those things are not number one. They're very important, but they're not number one. The number one thing is if you see a protocol where you see a team of builders that has delivered code perfectly or efficiently in the past, if you see a protocol like that, take interest in it.
Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned that because there's some projects that have a really good website and it's like a really nice white paper, but it's like a project that doesn't really pick up steam because there's nothing really going on. So
this is a fact. What you just said now is true. I don't want to name names, but there are projects like that. Beautiful white paper, beautiful infographics. They have the best web designers in the world. But 2 years and counting, we still have not seen a protocol. Go figure.
Yeah, yeah. I think we all know the projects we have in mind, but it's
Yeah.
interesting because back when the beginning when they just released smart contracts, even like Ada now rebranded to Lenfi, their website wasn't the best at all. Like they had even grammar mistakes on it, and people were like questioning them and saying, "Is this a scam? Is this a legit?" Because they can't even make a good website. But they're letting that cloud their judgment. There's people actually building, like you're saying, and especially with Cardano being a a much trickier coding language, like Haskell's much trickier to learn and build on Cardano. It's like it's less saturated with BS coders and more saturated with with people who actually sees the vision of Cardano, which is definitely what we need to grow to the next cycle, in my opinion.
I agree. I totally agree. Guys, I'm going to be leaving now and I have to run back to work, but I appreciate you listening. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks for hopping on, Alexander. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Pretty much. Well, there we have it, guys. 2:05 p.m. The pre-sale, the public sale is now finished. ADA still going into this address. 27.4 million ADA, 8.1, almost 8.1 million dollars has been accumulated in just an hour, and it's ADA is still going through. Crazy stuff, guys. Um, if you're, it's hard to even believe. Like if you look at back, if you were in the ecosystem back when everything was just picking up, it was super slow. Like development was slow. It was like kind of boring in the ecosystem. Now we're at a point where we're raising $8 million as an ecosystem for a project in just a short amount of time in a bear market. These are things that are just within our own community, and we haven't even touched the surface for the overall the macro sense of the crypto investors. Most crypto investors, I would think, would say Cardano is a ghost chain. Nothing's going on. It's not not decentralized. That's a funny thing I read sometimes when decentralization. It's Cardano is probably one of the most decentralized stake pool blockchain staking blockchains. But it's interesting to see this kind of narrative starting to form. And you guys are in this call right now. Well, in this stream, we're super early, and just about a year from now, it's gonna be crazy to see how this all progresses. Because again, we are just at the beginning. Crazy stuff. But that is pretty much at the end of this this stream. That was my final thought on this. I think the whole thing was very successful. I think the hour was good. I hope everybody watching this got into the pre-sale, and I hope the result of this goes as expected. But again, this just shows how much demand we have. But yeah, maybe we'll go live again, or I'll make another video when we start to get closer to the launch of the liquidity pools, so we can see what people are trading. But yeah, interesting stuff, guys. If you guys have any questions, join my Telegram, ask me on Twitter, comment below, whatever. I'm more than happy to answer anything. But yeah, guys, I will see you in the next stream. Peace.